Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking through what the current meta loadouts are after patch 2.6.0. So first up, we're just going to get light out of the way, because light in general is not meta. They're simply not going to be the best thing to use. Cloaking device got really nerfed. Grappling hook has simply never been that good at all. So your only chance is to run evasive dash, which is extremely difficult to be very good with. So unless you're like an absolutely top tier player, you just shouldn't be running a light at all. And also the stun gun got nerfed as well. So this thing is just really unusable now. Like there's no point using this anymore. It got really nerfed into the ground, so light's going to be even less usable now. But in saying that, if you are someone that wants to run light with the evasive dash, the XP54 is probably just going to be your best bet. It's simply like the best all-rounded weapon. Light obviously does have a couple of good options here, but I think the XP54 is just going to be the best for like having for just being like a good all-rounder, basically. Then for the gadgets, I'm gonna probably go for some type of grenade, like frag grenade, gas grenade, pyro grenade, up to you. The gateway is also going to be very good for, you know, popping a vault open, placing a gateway, going to the cash out, throwing the second gateway, and instantly transporting the vault from point A to point B. That's going to be very valuable in a lot of situations. And for the third slot, what am I going to put on here? Honestly, if you want to, you could run thermal vision. I just find this gets in the way sometimes, but it's like very decent. Glitch grenade is okay. You can also go for like gas grenade or pyro grenade as a third slot here. Sonar grenades are also pretty decent. You can go with those too. I would stay away from breach charge. It's not that fantastic, but yeah. So like pyro grenade, gas grenade, glitch grenade, sonar grenade, thermal vision, goo grenade, even all of those are okay in the third slot. But I probably would stick with the frag grenades or the gateway. Having two frag grenades is very powerful, and the gateway is also fairly useful in a couple of situations. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for the light. Obviously, there are other weapons you can use. There are other strong weapons, but I think the XP54 is probably just like the best and the easiest one to control anyway. So now we're going to move on to medium. Specialization, going to be healing beam still. I think it got a couple of changes recently to like some visual effects, but I don't think it was actually buffed or nerfed. So this is still like just the best thing to use. Dematerializer is okay, and Tara just isn't that good, so you might as well just run the healing beam. It's going to be a lot better. FCAR, really not a whole lot of point in using this at all. It kills, I think it's mediums 0.01 seconds faster than the AKM, and I think the AKM is like the same or better against heavies and lights. I might be a little bit incorrect, but that's basically right. So just play the AKM. Like if you're someone that used the FCAR before, now you're gonna want to use the AKM. Like the AKM's just better. And it's got 36 bullets and it's easier to control. And the SCR is 25 bullets and it's harder to control. So just pick the AKM, it's going to be better. If you don't really want to pick the AKM, then you can go with the Model 1887 or the Revolver. Both of these are going to be a lot harder to use, but they are both pretty strong. The Model 1887 in particular is very strong. It can 3-shot heavies and 2-shot everything else, which is very powerful. So one of those three weapons is what I would be going for. FCR and FAMAS really just don't have a place anymore when compared to the AKM. They're all pretty similar weapons, and the AKM is just the best one, so you might as well be using that. And obviously the CL40 and the Riot Shield don't really play a huge role in ranked game modes. Then, for my second slot, I've got frag grenades. Again, you can kind of put whatever you want here. You can go with gas grenade, goo grenade, pyro grenade. You can even go with jump pad and zipline if you want. You can go with APS turret. All of those are going to be completely fine. I would stay away from mines because they're just super inconsistent. Sometimes they simply just don't blow up. Then for the third slot, I'd go with either jump pad or zipline. I've got the zipline on because I think it is better, but having some type of movement option is going to be very valuable. And then I've obviously got the defibrillator on. If you're playing medium, just put the defibrillator on. Just do it. It's going to be good. Trust me. So then we're going to go on to heavy. And for the specialization, you're either going to want to run Charge and Slam or Mesh Shield, I think, for the most part. And you can run Goo Gun if you're pairing it with good stuff. Like if you're running the Sledgehammer, then it makes sense to run the Goo Gun. If you're running the Flamethrower even, you could run the Goo Gun as well. But I think the Mesh Shield is going to be mainly used if you're playing in a team and you're all using voice chat and stuff like that. If not, I would just stick with the Charge and Slam. And then the Goo Gun you can like pair with certain stuff to be more effective. So Charge and Slam if you're solo, Mesh Shield if you're in a team, and Goo Gun if you know what you're doing, really, is what I would say. But all of them are like pretty good. You can kind of make all of these work, I would say. For the weapon, Flamethrower is going to be very good. It's just extremely easy to use, and it's still pretty decent. You can go with the Lewis gun or the M60 if you know how to control them. And that's pretty much it. There's like MGL32 is viable. You can make this thing work, but it's not going to be the best. Especially like you can beam someone faster with a Lewis gun than you can with the MGL32. KS23 and SA1216 both take a little bit of practice to make the best out of, and you might as well just be using the flamethrower instead. Then you do have the sledgehammer, and if you're pairing this with the right stuff, you can make this work. But if you're playing against good players, like a light that can use evasive dash really well, you're probably just not going to hit any shots at all with this thing. So I would probably just be sticking with the flamethrower, the Lewis gun, or the M60. As for the gadgets, this didn't really change for this patch. Like RPG, just pretty good. Dome shield, always going to be pretty good. And then I do have barricades on. You don't have to have barricades here. You can go with like frag grenade. You can go with, you know, the same stuff as before, like frag grenade, gas grenade, goo grenade, pyro grenade, all that stuff. Again, I would stay away from the mines. Anti-gravity cube. It's really not a great a great gadget unless you're like pairing it with other teammates and stuff like that. But I would just stay away from it. And motion sensor is okay. Like if you really absolutely hate invisible lights, you can use this, but the invisible lights got nerfed so much that I really don't think you're going to be seeing many of them, so I just think there's not going to be a whole lot of point in running this. And barricades also got like a 20% size buff, so they're going to be a little bit bigger, going to provide some extra cover, so I would just stick with those. But you can run whatever you want. Like if you want some more destructive capabilities, you can chuck frag grenades on in that 4th slot. But yeah, I think that's going to pretty much be the meta for patch 2.6.0 rather, and for 2.7.0 as well. But like nothing was changed in that. That was just like a store update basically. So yeah, there you go. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be it for this video. If you liked it, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Farewell.